From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and... Well, good evening, everybody. Hey there, Brad here. Hope you're having a blessed evening wherever, whenever you're watching this video. Yeah, don't tell Christa. She doesn't know I'm live. Sometimes the news just gets under my skin, guys. And you know that around here, we don't get all uptight and wound up and just bent out of shape about the news. But sometimes, just every once in a while, there's something that's newsworthy that won't challenge our fill in the blank. That it's not going to get you so bent out of shape that you can go, you know what, maybe this is something we should think about. Maybe this is something that we should talk about. And I'm curious, because here's the scoop. If I do have time in the evenings to come and chat with you, I'm going to try to come and chat with you more often, because mainly Christa's out with her horse right now. She's doing horse stuff. And I know she's in the barn, so I know the barn is metal, and I know that the signal doesn't come in there. So she'll find out well after I'm done chatting with you. So chat it up, share your comments, truthfully, honestly, what you think. So I saw this article, and I gotta say, here it is. Check out these awesome graphics. Awesome, look at that. Here you go. The article was on zerohedge.com, written by Tyler Durden. And if you know anything about Tyler Durden, you'll know that there are some things that you got to go, I understand what's going on behind the scenes with the tongue-in-cheek name like Tyler Durden. Now, that's not to say that this is a fake article in any way, because it is not. But the person who writes a lot of these articles goes by a pen name, Tyler Durden. So let's check this out. Here we go. German MP Christine Anderson last week shredded the World Health Organization, calling it a group of globalitarian misanthropists. That's a mouthful right there. A group of globalitarian misanthropists who she and a group of 7 other MPs have vowed to dismantle in order to oppose the WHO supplanting democratically elected governments. An unelected body who is like who is controlled by multi-billionaires, should never be allowed to act in the place of a democratically elected government, she said during the Citizens Initiative conference in Brussels. Huh. Now, let me read a little bit more, and then you can, I did put a link to the article, by the way. There's a link to the article in the video description. You can go because there's a video on here that you might want to watch, might be worth your watch. Whoever edited this video, for the love of all things holy, please turn the music down, and we're not doing the end of the Patriot movie. Yeah, it's good speech and all, but chill out with that, because it was hard to track otherwise. But anyway, here's more of the article. It says, Anderson said she'll expose and name any individuals, including government officials and parliamentarians, who support the WHO's power grab and disrespect for democracy. It is you that is in the small fringe minority, she continued. Well, I guess you got to watch the video to see the first part. You are the ones who do not have the right to dictate to people what they want and what they do not want. So take it from me, take it from the millions and millions of people around the world. We will bring you down, is what she says. And we will not tire until we have done just that. So brace yourselves, says Anderson. We are here and the fight is on, so let's have the fight, says Anderson. Alrighty, folks, there's the article. Check it out for yourself, read the whole thing, watch the video, but let's just chat for a sec. Okay, so now we have an actual, real live somebody who's in a position of power in Germany, and I am not saying anything intending to be derogatory in any way. Exactly the opposite. I'm saying finally somebody in a position of power who's saying, no more, right? Now, you may argue and say, well, this is grandstanding, knowing that nothing's going to happen. Well, okay, maybe it would be really just great if more people knew about the shenanigans that we're starting to see trickle out here in the West. We're starting to see them trickle out. And you know what? A lot of stuff happened that the WHO was involved in that we're now finding out wasn't exactly telling the whole picture. We're finding out that it wasn't exactly spun the way that it actually ended up being. What do you guys think? What do you think? Grayson, Grit, Maddie, what do you think, Renee? How about you, Sylvia? Tabitha, do tell. I've heard the evenings in Maine are particularly lovely this time of year. And yes, I'm reading off of the comments section. So now, all I got to say about it is anybody that's starting to share any information on shining light into this situation, I'm all for it. I would rather hear even bits and pieces, even if they can't, open up the fire hose, so to speak, and say, here it is. Here's the whole truth, the nothing but the truth, and so help me God. Right? If they can't do that, because unfortunately, sometimes, really, really, really big people in power, they make things happen to make not so big people in power go away. Not saying that that's happening now, not suggesting it in any way, but historically we can go back and look and see that sometimes people who are really, really, really big don't like what the people who are not so big say, and miraculously all of a sudden things happen and those people who are not so big, well, there's just not, they're just, they're just, yeah, and we don't hear from them anymore. Right? Now, so here's the question, folks. Is this the ray of hope, the light at the end of the tunnel? Is this the possible beginning of something good when it comes to this whole mess? Or is that light at the end of a tunnel, the tunnel? Whoa. Did you hear a train horn? So are we talking hope or are we talking a train horn? What do you guys think? What do you think, Ferdinand? Greetings from Nova Scotia. Cool. And I don't mean the pun. I don't know. Let's get some comments here. Sylvia says, politics is something I have trouble understanding. So with that, I will not give an opinion, says Sylvia. But she's here to listen. Thank you. Yeah, I remember watching when I was younger, and this was just when I started paying attention to politics. The movie Wag the Dog, that comes to mind. Wag the Dog. I don't remember much about the movie other than the major themes, but it was political, and it was how everything is manipulated. And I'll say this, guys, as we get closer to the reality of more and more computers being in our lives, i.e. AI, where AI gets really, really good at making you believe what's on this little screen right here is whatever they want it to say or look like or sound. Because I can tell you this for a fact right now, guys, I can manipulate sound without the aid of AI and have been able to for a very long time. Now AI automates things and makes it very, very easy to make you believe that what you're seeing, you would not be able to tell the difference between what somebody programmed or AI generated and the real deal. And somebody somewhere can tell it, hey, this is what it needs to say. And I got to tell you what, it's coming. It's coming when what's on the little box here, what's on your screen, what's in your hand, what's on your iPad, there are not going to be very many places you can look to where you're 100% sure this is actual real. Hey, Ferdinand, glad you're here. So all I can say about this whole thing is, man, I just hope that it's not too late to turn back to sanity. How many of you guys feel like this is just the crazy train? And I don't mean the Ozzy Osbourne song. That it seems like every day when I glance at the news, because I used to be pretty obsessed, OCD with the news, and now I'm not, but I used to be pretty OCD with it, and I would even get to the point of just a little bit wound up, a little bit irritated. Now I just kind of glance at it and go, oh, wow. But I'm just hoping that it's not too late to turn things around, But who knows, folks? Who knows? A few more comments before we say good evening. The Ranchito Feo, F-E-O. If I'm saying your name wrong, I do not intend to do so. Anything is better than nothing. I agree. It says here, Maddie says, it may clip the WHO's wings a bit, but wings grow back if you don't continually trim them. That's true. We do have to snip the feathers on our chickens, or else they will fly over the coop walls. Let's see. Sylvia says, the only thing I know for real that is real is the word of God. I agree. That's good stuff. Yeah. Anything you want. Right. So that said, Jess says it seems like it can't get crazier. Oop, there's a bug attacking my face. It can't get any crazier, but then the world says, hold my adult beverage. That's what I feel like every morning. It's like you wake up and you're like, are you kidding me? I never thought we'd get this far. Yeah. So ladies and gents, there it is. Stay informed, but not like me. Don't obsess too much, because it just gives you a stomach ache. And the bottom line is, what are we really going to do about it? It's good to be informed, not obsessed. So anyway, you guys that's it. It's a short get together because you know why? Christa's coming back in, and I don't want to be up here when she's wondering where I am. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. Because I know she doesn't really watch our videos very much, so she probably won't know. You'll know. We'll see. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest on the land allotted to the righteous, lest the righteous stretch out their hands to do wrong. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people from this time forth and forevermore. Do good, O Lord, to those who are good, and to those who are upright in their hearts. But those who turn aside to their crooked ways, the Lord will lead away with evildoers. Peace be upon Israel. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest on the land allotted to the righteous, lest the righteous stretch out their hands to do wrong. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people from this time forth and forevermore. As the mountains